Seduction doesn't come crashing in like a thunderstorm, it doesn't announce itself with fanfare. Instead, it slips in quietly, like a whispered secret in the dark. It's the kind of glance that lingers just a fraction longer than it should, a touch that feels both accidental and deliberate in the same breath. But here's the real question. Would you even recognize when a woman is trying to seduce you? Or would you dismiss it, convinced you're imagining things? Seduction is an age-old art, one that women have refined to perfection. So subtle, so seamless that men often fail to notice. According to body language experts, over 90% of human communication is nonverbal, which means seduction isn't about what's said, it's about what's left unsaid. It's in the pauses, the spaces, the unspoken tension that lingers in the air. So if a woman is weaving her web around you, she won't spell it out, she'll make you feel it. Ever had that nagging sense that she's playing a game but you just can't put your finger on it? Pay close attention. Here are 8 unmistakable signs that she's trying to seduce you. 1. The lingering gaze technique, when her eyes speak louder than words. A woman's eyes are often the first clue to her true intentions. If she's trying to seduce you, her gaze won't just skim past, it will lock onto yours and hold, sending a silent but powerful message. There's something primal about the way eye contact stirs attraction, and science backs it up. Studies show that prolonged eye contact triggers the release of phenylethylamine, PA, a chemical linked to feelings of infatuation. Ever felt an inexplicable pull towards someone after their eyes lingered on you just a little too long? That's the magic of a seductive gaze. But here's where it gets fascinating. There's a stark difference between ordinary eye contact and the kind designed to pull you in. A casual glance is fleeting, she looks, then looks away. But seductive eye contact? That's a whole different game. She holds your gaze just a second too long, creating a tension that lingers in the air. And when she finally looks away, it's unhurried, deliberate, like she's savoring the moment. Want to know if she's really trying to seduce you? Watch for the classic test. Does she keep catching your eye across the room again and again as if there's an invisible thread pulling you toward her? If she pairs it with a subtle, knowing smile, one that hints at something unspoken, then congratulations, you're officially in the game. 2. Her touch seems unintentional, but it's always deliberate. A fleeting brush of her fingers, a lingering pat on your shoulder, her knee gently pressing against yours beneath the table. These moments may seem innocent, but they rarely are. Seduction thrives in the smallest details, and touch is one of the oldest and most effective tools in the game. Women know this instinctively. If she's trying to pull you in, she won't rely solely on words. Her body will do the talking. Now here's where most men get it wrong. They assume these touches are purely accidental. But let's be honest, how often do you unintentionally touch someone you have no interest in? Exactly. A woman trying to seduce you will use subtle, intentional touch to stir attraction. Why? Because physical contact releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which strengthens connections, lowers emotional barriers, and creates an almost subconscious craving for more of her presence. The key is recognizing the pattern. If she keeps making these so-called accidental touches, they aren't accidents. If she touches you noticeably more than anyone else in the room, it's intentional. Playful taps on your arm, adjusting your collar, finding excuses to be in your space. These are her way of testing the waters, seeing how you react. So, the next time she accidentally touches you, don't just dismiss it. Ask yourself, is she building the tension or are you the one ignoring the signs? 3. Her voice becomes softened and slowed down. Most people think seduction is all about appearance, but they overlook one of the most powerful tools, her voice. A woman trying to draw you in will subtly shift the way she speaks when you're around. Pay close attention and you'll notice the difference. Her tone turns softer, more inviting, her words unhurried as if she's savoring each one. Her voice dips into a lower, silkier pitch, adding a layer of intrigue. Why does this happen? Science has the answer. Studies show that women instinctively lower their voices when speaking to someone they're attracted to. A hushed, sultry tone isn't just pleasant, it's magnetic. It makes you lean in, listen closer, feel the pull. Ever overheard a woman's voice change when she's on the phone with someone she likes? That's because seduction isn't just in what's said, it's in how it's said. And here's where it gets fascinating. She'll unconsciously match her voice to yours, a psychological phenomenon known as vocal mirroring. It's a subtle sign of connection, a way to sync her rhythm with yours. So, if her voice becomes smoother, warmer, more deliberate when she speaks to you, she's not just talking, she's drawing you in. And if she ever lowers her voice to a whisper, making you lean closer just to hear, congratulations, you're already caught in her web. For she closes the space between you. Seduction isn't just about words, it's about proximity. Without saying a thing, a woman can create an intimate connection simply by the way she positions herself around you. If she's trying to pull you in, she won't stay at a polite distance. She'll step closer, subtly closing the gap until it feels effortless, almost magnetic. Now here's something interesting. When a stranger stands too close, your instinct is to step back. But when an attractive woman slowly narrows the space between you, inch by inch, you don't retreat. You lean in. That's because closeness builds connection. Psychologists say our comfort zone for casual interactions is around 18 inches, but when attraction is in play, that boundary shrinks fast. A woman who's trying to seduce you will make sure that space disappears. She'll stand just near enough that even the slightest movement causes contact. She'll lean in when she talks, her lips drifting a little too close. She'll position herself so that your arms, shoulders, or legs brush against each other naturally. And here's the crucial part, she's watching to see what you do. If you don't pull away, that's her silent cue to keep going. So the next time a woman enters your personal space and lingers, don't just brush it off. Ask yourself, would she be standing this close to just anyone? If the answer is no, then congratulations, you're already in her orbit. 5. She frequently touches her lips and hair. A woman's lips and hair aren't just features, they're silent weapons of seduction, and believe me, she knows exactly how to use them. If she's trying to captivate you, pay close attention to the little things she does in your presence. Some gestures are so subtle you might not consciously notice them, but your instincts will. Touching or biting her lips. That's a subconscious way of drawing your eyes to her mouth. A slow, effortless lick, not overdone, just enough to make you take notice. Playing with her hair? Twisting a strand, running her fingers through it, flipping it to one side to expose her neck. All classic preening behaviors, instinctive signals that she's trying to enhance her allure. Psychologists say women naturally emphasize their most feminine features when they're attracted to someone, and few things are as visually striking as soft lips and flowing hair. So if she's making sure you notice them, it's no accident. And here's a little insider secret. If she casually applies lip balm or lipstick in front of you, she's not just freshening up. She's watching your reaction, testing the waters. Because seduction isn't just about attraction, it's about tension. And she wants to know if you're paying attention. 6. She challenges you with playful resistance. Seduction isn't a straight road, it's a game of tension, a dance of push and pull. A woman who's truly seducing you won't make it too easy. Instead, she'll add just enough resistance to keep you intrigued, to make you want to chase her. She might act unimpressed by your charm, just to see how you handle it. She'll flirt with confidence, but the moment you lean in, she'll pull away with a teasing smirk. She might even say, "I don't trust guys like you," but her body language tells a different story. This is called the push-pull effect, a psychological trick that keeps men hooked. And here's why it works. People crave what they can't have. If something is handed to you without effort, you take it for granted. But when it feels just out of reach, it becomes irresistible. A seductive woman understands this on an instinctive level. She doesn't create distance to reject you, she does it to amplify your desire. The key: confidence. If you react with insecurity, she'll know you're not the kind of man worth seducing. But if you match her energy, meeting her teasing with equal playfulness, she'll push the game further. And once the game begins, there's no turning back. 7. She overwhelms you with compliments. Anyone can throw out a casual compliment, nice shirt, great smile, or you smell good. But when a woman is seducing you, her words hit differently. They don't just flatter you, they pull you in. She won't just say, you smell nice. She'll say, I love the way you smell. She won't just say, you have nice arms. She'll say, I love how strong your arms feel. She won't just say, you're funny. She'll say, I love the way you make me laugh. See the difference? It's not just a compliment, it's personal. It's about her experience of you. This subtle tweak is what makes her words seductive. She's not just being nice, she's forming an emotional connection that ties her feelings to your presence. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. She'll notice things other women overlook. The way you move. The way your voice sounds when you say her name. The way your mind works. These aren't just observations. They're designed to make you feel like the only man in the room. And once she makes you feel that way, she already knows she has you. 8. She brings up what-if scenarios with you. If there's one clear sign a woman is seducing you, it's this. She starts weaving what-if scenarios into your conversations. When a woman is drawn to you, she won't always come right out and say it. Instead, she'll test the waters with playful hypotheticals, subtly hinting at the idea of you and her together. What if we were stranded on an island? Who do you think would survive? What if we had met years ago? Do you think we would have been trouble? What if we had to share a hotel room? Would you trust me? These aren't just random musings. They serve one purpose, to plant a seed in your mind. Because here's the truth, if she's bringing up these scenarios, she's already imagined them herself. Now she's watching to see how you react. At this stage, she's no longer just flirting, she's guiding your thoughts, pulling you deeper into her world. She's making you picture her, you, and the possibility of something more. And once that image takes hold, it's almost impossible to ignore. Seduction isn't about chance, it's about awareness. Women don't seduce by accident. Every lingering touch, every locked gaze, every teasing remark, it's all part of the game. The real question isn't if a woman is seducing you, it's whether or not you're paying attention. So next time you catch these subtle signals, don't dismiss them as random. Because in the game of attraction, nothing happens by accident. If you want to uncover more hidden psychology behind attraction and relationships, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You never know what you might be missing. Have you ever noticed a woman doing these things? Drop a comment below and let's discuss.